Hi. So today's topic in which I'll be informing you with is on the NRA's leniency for gun regulations. More than 30,000 people are killed by firearms each year in this country, and the National Rifle Association, or the NRA, has yet to do anything about it. In a recent press conference, Barack Obama asked the media to compare the number of deaths from terror attacks compared to the number of Americans killed by gun violence. After the new organizations tallied the number of deaths of the two causes, it was evident that there were many more deaths by gun violence in America. According to the Global Terrorism Database, 3,521 Americans have died from terror attacks in the U.S. since 1970. Gun violence, on the other hand, has taken more than twice as many lives in this year alone. According to the Gun Violence Archive in 2015, there has been 8,512 deaths by gun violence, in just 2015. After evaluating the standards and regulations of the NRA, one could argue that the current statistics of death from gun violence in this country was not only irrevocable, but it was also a growing risk. Each and every state in the U.S. has kept the right to keep and to bear arms and shall not be infringed upon in the right to do so. Some states like Massachusetts and Florida, however, have added onto these regulations. These regulations include giving the government complete discretion to deny issuing permits for guns and also to limit purchasing times and locations. And these regulations are kind of only enforced in 8 states. 8 states out of 50. That's embarrassing. Clearly, these efforts are not enough since the public health may be at a greater risk than we thought. A study published in the Injury Prevention Journal is one of several trying to pin down the number of gun owners in the U.S. No agency keeps statistics on gun ownership, and many pro-gun activists advocate keeping gun ownership private because of fears about potential future laws that might take away their guns. It is evident that there is a lack of safety and regulation enforcement in this country. 1/3 of Americans reported owning a gun. Released earlier this month by the Violence Policy Center as well, which used FBI data to show that 259 people used a gun to kill someone in self-defense in 2012. Compared to 8,342 criminal homicides involving a gun. Pro-gun activists and the NRA cannot keep making the same argument in that guns are for sport and for protection. Proven in these statistics, the bad weighs over the good in many, many aspects. Australia had one of the largest mass shootings in the world, with 35 killed and more than 23 injured. This was in 1996. Just 12 days after the shooting, Australia's government enacted sweeping gun control, which reached enormous measures. The deal that the government made was with the state and local governments. They pushed for a massive buyback of 600,000 semi-automatic shotguns and rifles and required that all weapons be individually registered to their owners. The new laws also prohibited private sales, and there to be genuine reasons at the time of purchase and self-defense did not count. There has not been a single mass shooting since, and this has been about 40 years since they had their mass shooting in Australia. Homicides by firearms plummeted by 59% in Australia, and suicide rates dropped 65%. On top of this, home invasions did not increase. In conclusion, there is a strong association between social gun culture and gun ownership. Whether or not this is considered a culture or a community, regulations from Congress and the NRA must be amplified for the safety of the public. Statistics do not lie, nor should they be ignored. As we can see, Australia's change left its country with majority positive results. Firearm violence in the U.S. is and continues to be a major public health concern. However, if given the opportunity for change, these statistics could also change. Thank you for watching.